My name is Sarah Cantrell, and today we're going to be talking about how to read the ACT score report. It has a lot of information on it. The first page of it looks like this, which is just kind of chock full of tiny little letters and a lot of numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down so that we can talk about each individual section. So this is what the first section looks like, and this is a sample score report that ACT puts out, so don't be alarmed by the student information in the top left-hand corner. It is not real. And what you see here is your first column is your composite score, and this is an average of all of the main section scores. So remember on the ACT, there are 4 sections that you take. You take English first, then math, then reading, then science. So these are a little bit out of order. And then they average those tests together to give you your composite score. The best score that you could get is a 36, and this individual made a 21. And then they also give you these sub-scores right here. These are new this year. The STEM score is your science, technology, and math stuff. So it's just a combination of math and the science score, just an average of those. And then you have this other subscore, the ELA subscore, English Language Arts, which is an average of your English and reading scores. Now, honestly, those little subscores don't matter anything. In fact, what most people care about is that composite score, so that very first thing. All right, so here's our next one that we need to talk about, this writing score. This is an optional thing. You have to pay extra for it, and then you stay after everyone else goes home to take this test. Your score is between a 2 and a 12, and it actually doesn't get factored into your composite score at all. It's just kind of a separate deal. And some schools need for you to have a writing sample or a writing test, and this is how you would do that. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we see our national percentiles, and this is where you would rank as far as the nation. So this girl's 21 composite score puts her in the 56th percentile of the nation, but then over here in her state, she's actually in the 58th percentile. So your US rank and your state rank would be a little bit different. This next little piece is the detailed results, and this breaks down your tests into these subcategories that may or may not be helpful to you depending upon what you use them for. On the math section, they break you down into preparing for higher math, and then these 5 different categories, the integrating essential skills, and modeling. Frankly, I'm a test prep teacher, and these don't do just a whole lot for me. I don't actually look at these to help me do anything, but I suppose other people might have different ideas about that. Here's your science score, and again, the breakdown there of the 3 different types of passages. Now, this actually is fairly helpful to me because there are 3 different types of passages, and there they are broken down. Your English, this is not so helpful for me because these are so interwoven in the test that it's hard to know what exactly this is telling you. And then the reading, and again, not real helpful to me, but other people it might be helpful to. Here's the optional writing score. If they chose to do the writing test, you would get a score there. The next piece of your score report says sending your scores, and these are the schools that you chose to send your scores to. You can choose up to 5 of them. They receive your scores. You can choose 5 different ones every time, but when you apply to school to actually attend there, you're going to want to send a final score report so that they have all of your scores. This next piece is a college and career planning piece. When you sign up for the ACT the first time, they ask you 1,000,001 questions about things that you like to do or don't like to do. So if you are a parent listening to this, you might want to have your child actually do the signing up the first time so that they can answer all of the million questions about their career interests so that you don't have to do that. Anyway, this tells them what would be good for them. This particular person says that they enjoy working with people and data. And so they might want to consider being a buyer or an agent of some sort. And then this next part informs the kids whether their interests match the major they indicated. I always kind of get a kick out of this because so many kids indicate that they want to be a doctor or something in the medical field, but their interest inventory tells them that they actually don't like blood, and so it would be a low interest fit. Whatever, this is just some extra information for you. Here's another thing that is also on the score report. This is progress toward the ACT National Career Readiness Certificate, which is another ACT product that they would love for you to purchase. I don't actually know of anybody that uses this. I don't know of any companies that use this, but maybe they're making headway into the market. Retesting with ACT is the next part. This is kind of interesting. I read a statistic the other day that about 57% of students only ever take the ACT one time. And you really ought to take it more than one time, because they tell you that 57% of people who take the test again increase their score. So it really is worth it to take the test again. You probably will increase your score, especially if you wait a little while to take it. But you're definitely going to increase your score if you spend some time doing some quality test preparation. Hope this was informational for you.